So good evening, and thank you to everyone for coming to this very special exhibition. Before I start, I want to say a very, very, very special thank you to Dave Bloom, former chairman of Telfed, for all his hard work in getting this evening organized. It's a privilege. It's also a privilege for us at Telfed to be associated with such an exhibition, especially as we are commemorating Yom HaShoah today. Thank you to Daniel Schwab for being instrumental in putting this amazing exhibition together and for bringing it here tonight. It's also fitting for us to be hosting this exhibition here at Beit Protea, a place that is so deeply connected to South African roots. Thank you to Beit Protea for hosting us here tonight. This evening has many different personal connections for me too. I go back many years with the Schwab family from my days at King David Linksfield. I remember Mrs. Carol Schwab when she taught there. We would never dare to use her first name, of course. And I was in class with Laurie Schwab, one of Rudolf Schwab's granddaughters and Daniel's sister. The history of South African Jewry is very much connected with the Holocaust, and I'm sure we could all tell stories of how our family survived the atrocities of the Holocaust. I'm very blessed to be able to represent Telfed, South African Zionist Federation, Israel, here this evening. It is like closing a circle for me, my family, and many other Southern Africans who have had the merit to come and live in this wonderful country. Imagine how proud Rudolf Schwab would have been to know that his grandson and his family live in Israel. Telfed is very proud to be here as one of the most productive and active Aliyah and Klita support organizations in Israel. Our mission in Telfed is to support Southern African Olim and to encourage them to participate in and to contribute to Israeli society. Over the past 7 decades, Telfed has evolved and adapted to the various needs of the South African community in Israel. For those of you who may not know, Telfed offers many services and opportunities, from Klita, housing, scholarships, employment counseling, support for lone soldiers, social welfare services, providing meaningful volunteer opportunities, and much, much more. We are gathered here tonight to commemorate Yom HaShoah and how important this is. We commemorate because the late Shimon Peres said, "We have a duty to be the eyes and ears and bear witness for future generations." We commemorate because we must never let the lessons of the past be trivialized, denied, or worse, simply forgotten. It is so important for us to raise awareness of extreme anti-Semitism that still affects us today. We must not take for granted that we are lucky enough to have the State of Israel to protect us. I'm so particularly proud to be a descendant of Holocaust survivors on both sides of my family, living here in Israel, bringing up my children here, being the proud mother of soldiers who have served in the Army, the Navy, and now in the Air Force, serving our country. And I'm proud to be the chairman of such a wonderful organization, Let's Help It. As Elie Wiesel said, "For the dead and the living, we must bear witness." Jews have two memorial days, Yom HaZikaron, to remind us the cost of having Israel, and Yom HaShoah to remind us of the cost of not. Am Yisrael Chai.